Good morning, this is April Mitchell coming with the video blog 7, the last one for Infm645. Today we are to discuss 3 important characteristics for good measures or metrics when it comes to risk assessments and risk management programs, and then to explain them. I chose quantifiability, meaningfulness, and validity. Quantifiability is all about having enough of something to measure the success of against something else, the way that it was or the way that it used to be. A good everyday world example of this would be for a well child visit. An infant that goes to see the doctor takes their body weight, they measure their length, and they compare this against the last time or against other kids within that same age group to determine whether that child is growing as they should or as they say, thriving. A risk world example would be to measure last year's claims, for example, related to fall incidents against this year's claims to determine if the program was a success. If the claims go down naturally from year to year, then that is a quantifiable, tangible number that the risk manager that can take to the CEOs, the other stakeholders of the organization to show them that the measures that he or she has in place is working. The next one is meaningfulness. Meaningfulness. This metric addresses a key aspect of program operation or desired outcomes. So like in the previous example, the desired outcome for fall-related incidences reduction is good to be under 10% for the quarter. And if this is met, this means that the risk program is meeting its targets. So therefore, it's meaningful to the organization because it has led to a positive reputation for the organization. Profits for the facility would be continue or increase because people feel that they can trust the environment that they're in, that where they're going is a safe environment, that the people that they're entrusting with their health care is taking the necessary precautions to make sure that they are not susceptible to any fall risk while they're in their care. The next one is validity, and it says validity assures that data is accurate, is actually measuring what needs to be measured. Validity means, does the data pertain to risk represent all incidents reported and specifically unreported incidences? As we've learned in this course, there are a lot of unreported incidences in a healthcare facility and really in any organization where people just don't report things either for fear of retaliation or for just thinking that it's not something that needs to be mentioned, or they just feel like, okay, maybe this is something that could cost me my job, so I'm going to hold back, I'm not going to tell this person, or they fear the other person retaliating against them. It's a whole lot of other reasons, that mental things that are going through people's mind that make them think one thing or the other. The unreported incidents are the ones that skew those numbers of risk validity. Therefore, it's the risk management professional job needs to assure validity by getting a health service researcher to validate the true risk of the organization instead of the normal risk associated with the industry. Like, for example, in the first example of the risk falls, that's a common thing in the healthcare setting, that they always make sure that they have a risk management program that is designed to monitor and mitigate the potential for risk falls. But say someone might not report an oversight of an alarm fatigue. Basically, is there are a lot of monitors that go on in a healthcare facility, monitoring the patient progress, the heart rate, blood pressure, and things of that nature, especially for those critical patients. And, you know, with there being short staff also in these departments, you run the risk of a nurse just not hearing that alarm, or just not, you know, just it's not triggering something in her because she's fatigued, she's tired, because she's the staff, they're understaffed and she's overworked, or he and she is overworked. So this could lead to definitely a sentinel event, but it also is one of those incidences that may be, you know, pushed under the rug, because maybe the clinician caught it before the patient actually came close to a sentinel event. You know, she just heard it and, oh, wait a minute, that's the alarm for that person, I need to go and check it. When she should have done it immediately, maybe it was 2 or 3 minutes later. So those are the things that kind of may get unreported in the healthcare industry. But still, those are things that count towards the validity, making sure that the numbers that the risk management professional is reporting is true and represent what is going on in the organization at that time. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.